Students, now we will learn the extraction of aluminium. Hall and Herold in 1885 developed the process for the extraction of aluminium. Students, aluminium, it is extracted from its main ore, that is bauxite. And students, bauxite ore consists of 30 to 60% of alumina, 12 to 30% of water. The ore is usually contaminated with impurities of iron oxide, silica and titanium oxide. So in order to do the extraction of aluminium from its ore bauxite, the first step is concentration of ore or a purification of ore. That is the conversion of bauxite into alumina. Students, this process is also termed as Beer's process. Okay. Now, in this process, bauxite is grinded finally in the first step, that is conversion of impure bauxite to sodium metaluminate. In this step, bauxite is grinded finally and heated to remove the whole moisture and the volatile impurities. It is then heated under a pressure with the concentrated sodium hydroxide. Students, and this solution is kept for time of 2 to 8 hours, right, at a temperature of 140 to 150 degrees Celsius. The bauxite, it dissolves in sodium hydroxide and forms sodium metaluminate, right, which is leaving behind insoluble impurities, that is called as a red mud. So red mud consists of ferric oxide, sand, etc., which is further removed by the filtration. In the step 2, students, the conversion of sodium metaluminate to the aluminium hydroxide. This sodium metaluminate, it get converted into aluminium hydroxide. This is how it happens. This sodium metaluminate, it is dissolved, it is diluted with the water, or we can say hydrolyzed with the water, and cooling to the temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. So this is hydrolyzed to give sodium hydroxide and aluminium hydroxide as a precipitate, and the impurities dissolve in the sodium hydroxide. Then students, in the third step, it is a conversion of aluminium hydroxide to pure alumina. The precipitate of aluminium hydroxide, it is filtered, washed and ignited. It is ignited at the temperature of 1000 degrees Celsius so as to form aluminium oxide. Is that clear, students? However, students, the aluminium oxide, it is very stable. Why? Because of its greater affinity for oxygen. So it cannot be reduced by the common reducing agents like carbon monoxide or hydrogen. Therefore, electrolytic reduction method is used for reducing the alumina. So our next topic is our electrolytic reduction of a fused alumina. Hello students, today we will learn the topic of metallurgy, that is the extraction of aluminium. So very first, what is the symbol of aluminium? Al. What is the mass number of aluminium? 27. What is the atomic number of aluminium? 13. And then what is the valency? It is 3. Now the next topic that we will learn, that is the occurrence. Student, aluminium is the most abundant metal in the earth's crust. Being reactive metal, so it does not occur in any free state. But however, aluminium is found in the combined state, that is, it occurs in the form of oxides, fluorides, sulfates and silicates. Then student, what are the important ores of aluminium? The first important ore of an aluminium is bauxite, which is the formula, which is hydrated aluminium oxide, and its formula is Al2O3.2H2O. The second ore of the aluminium is corundum. What is its formula? Al2O3, that is aluminium oxide. And the third ore of the aluminium is creolite. And what is its formula? Na3Al F6, that is sodium aluminium fluoride. Students, now we will learn the electrolytic reduction of fused alumina, and this process is also called as Hall-Héroult process. The electrolyte used is a mixture of alumina 20%, cryolite 60% and fluorspar 20%, covered with a layer of powdered coke. Now students, do you know what is the function of cryolite and fluorspar use? Students, cryolite is used to lower the working temperature of electrolytic cell. The melting point of alumina is 2030 degrees Celsius, and at such a high temperature, a large amount of energy is required to reduce alumina to aluminium and maintain the electrolyte in the molten state. The liberated metal, it may vaporize, and hence the fusion temperature of alumina is reduced to 900 to 950 degrees Celsius by dissolving it in cryolite, and the cryolite thus provides a considerable saving in energy cost. Another function of cryolite and fluorspar is that to increase the conductivity of the mixture, since pure alumina is almost non-conductor of electricity. And then what is the use of fluorspar? It enhances the mobility of the fused mixture by acting as a solvent for the electrolytic mixture. Next, the electrolytic cell. It is a rectangular iron tank which is linked with the gas carbon. And regarding the electrodes, carbon lining of iron tank, it acts as a cathode. Regarding anode, it consists of number of carbon rods which is attached to the copper clamp and dipped in a fused mass. See, this is the diagram. Here you can see. And regarding the temperature should be 950 degrees Celsius and the voltage should be 5 to 6 volts. Students, the electrolytic reaction taking place in this electrolytic cell, cryolite, that is Na3AlF6, it is dissociates into sodium ions, aluminium ion and fluoride ion. Fluorspar, that is CaF2, it dissociates to give calcium ion and fluoride ions. Alumina, Al2O3, it dissociates to give aluminium ion and oxide ions. Student, positive ions in the solution are sodium ion, aluminium ion and calcium ion, while negative ions formed in the solution are fluoride ion and oxide ions. Now students, aluminium being lower in the electrochemical series is preferentially discharged at the cathode, and at the anode oxygen is discharged. Now we will study regarding the cathode reaction, the reaction that is taking place at the cathode. Students, at the cathode, aluminium ion, it gains the electrons and aluminium metal is formed. Whereas at anode, what is being formed? Oxide ion loses electrons and is oxidized to oxygen at the anode. Right? Students, in the electrolytic reduction of alumina, oxygen is liberated at the anode. The liberated oxygen, it attacks the carbon rods of the anode so as to form as a carbon monoxide. Right? Is that clear to you? And the carbon dioxide. Here is the reaction you can see. Thus, we can say that the carbon rods of the anode, they burn away in this process, and therefore the carbon rods need to be replaced periodically. Students, we will learn the refining of aluminium. It is also called as Hooke's electrolytic process. In this process, the electrolytic cell, it consists of 3 layers of a molten substance of differing specific gravity. Molten impure aluminium, it forms the bottom layer and has a carbon lining and serves as anode. This you can see in the diagram. Then the pure molten aluminium with a carbon electrode, they serve as the topmost layer. See, the middle layer, it consists of the mixture of fluorides of sodium, barium and aluminium. Right. Now students, on passing current, aluminium from the middle layer passes to the top layer and an equivalent amount of it shifts from the lower layer to the middle one. Pure aluminium is tapped from the top, and the reaction that is taking place at cathode and anode. At the anode, the aluminium ions are formed, and at cathode, pure aluminium is formed. Now students, with this our topic regarding the extraction of aluminium, it gets finished, and we are left with the properties of aluminium. So the properties of the aluminium that I will be explaining you people in my next video. Till that time you go through the topics, the topic extraction of aluminium given in your book, and if there is any doubt you can ask me. Thank you and take care.